Well, it finally happened. I ended up getting my Gladiator. It was not easy. It was not fast. Certainly was not cheap. But it sure as hell was worth it. So there's a long story about how this ended up here in my driveway, and my new driveway, by the way. More on that later. So this bad boy is not the Gladiator I ordered, but it certainly is the Gladiator I wanted, and I'll show you why. Because as some of you may have guessed, it's got one of these badges. So yeah, I ended up with a freaking launch edition. So what happened was I ordered my Rubicon Gladiator pretty much fully loaded, but with a soft top. It was red, firecracker red. I ordered it on 4/29. Last week, Tri-City Jeep called me and said, okay, your Jeep's here. How do you want to do this? I said, all right, cool. I want to lease it, so send me your lease rates. Well, they sent me the worst possible lease rates you could possibly imagine. So what, they're still giving me 7% under invoice, which was very generous. So my MSRP of 58,000 something, let's say 59,000, Gladiator was basically 52,000 when it was said and done. But with the lease rates, I might as well not do that deal. So what happened was I thought, okay, before I purchase it instead of a lease, because I ended up thinking, why don't I just purchase it? But instead, I figured, hey, why don't I look around locally and see what there's available. I'm still kind of discovering this thing. I think it's the most beautiful thing in the world right now. But so anyway, I dialed around, and it just so happens the past couple of weeks there's been a flood of these things into Southern California. So all the dealerships had a ton of them, and Orange Coast had the only launch edition I could find. In fact, I didn't even know they had it. So I went down there to take a look at one that they had. I liked it a lot. And then I turn around and this monster is behind me. They had already put the leveling kit on there. They had already put these AEV wheels and BF Goodrich tires on there. I am a little pissed at them actually, because the spare is not matching these wheels. So I'm gonna have to go back there and kind of figure that shit out. Not happy about that, because I was told, I believe, that it was matching. But anyway, they gave me a big enough discount off of what they were asking for, not MSRP, but what they were asking for, because they're asking about $5,000 for the wheel and tire setup and the leveling kit and whatever Mopar, what is it called? What do they call it? Mopar here. I think I got that paper. I think it's basically probably their fancy way of saying their gearing business here. So, Mopar calibration. I'm assuming that's the speedometer calibration to match the size of the tires and the wheels and whatnot. So they were asking $67,305. And we ended up working out a deal. I won't get into the details, but when it's all said and done, I'm paying less for this launch edition now than I would be from Tri-City on a lease, on not a launch edition, not with 35-inch tires, not with a leveling kit, and again, not a launch edition. So I gotta say, guys, the launch edition is pretty awesome. Silver wasn't my first choice of colors, but it was my second choice of colors. Some of you might recall from my other video, I ran into a silver I really liked. And once I saw it with these wheels, man, I was like, God damn, that may be in my future. So it took us about a couple hours to make some decisions and come to an understanding. But yeah, I've already got 100 miles on it. I picked it up yesterday. I was gonna kind of do a picking it up video, but you know, that Gladiator never arrived. Yeah, I picked it up yesterday. I've been driving it all over town today. I already got the Freedom top off. In fact, I haven't put it back on. We went out last night, kept it off. Today, kept it off. And my boy loves it. You know, he is my 5-year-old. He's enamored. There's a lot to talk about, guys. I don't want to make this video 30 minutes long, but suffice it to say, no bad surprises yet. Possibly, okay. This is something I should mention here in this video. So I drove this and the stock wheels and tires back to back 3 times. Okay, they were kind of getting pissed at me, but I will say these big ass tires and wheels, they do take away from the get up and go a little bit. Okay, a little bit. How much a bit? I don't know. Somewhere between no less than 5%, no more than 10%. How's that? And I'm okay with that because it's plenty fast. It's a little faster with the stock tires and wheels, and those are, to me, 33s are plenty big, but these are bigger. They give it a lot more presence. And I didn't think this, but everybody who was trying to talk me into the silver, and I'm not talking about the sales guys, like my friends and whatever, my brother. Actually, my brother wanted the red, but other friends, they were like, you know, the red looks a little cheap, but the silver has this like luxurious look and feel to it, I guess. So I am happy. I'm happy that I ended up with launch edition, that's for sure. Simply because look at that dash. I mean, that alone, the leather stitched business here, and yeah, I mean, all of it is just what you'd expect. It's phenomenal. It does have quite a bit of wind noise. It's got as much wind noise as I expected to get from the soft top, and I've actually heard the soft top is relatively quiet. But again, you know, I knew what I was getting into, so that has been okay for me. I look forward to making a ton more videos on this Gladiator of mine. I don't have a whole lot of mods planned at this point because it would have been leveling kit, wheels, and tires, and that was done for me. So just minor things, probably just getting a little stubby antenna and just some minor appearance mods and whatnot. And my goal is to find some sort of an overlanding tent setup for this thing. Here's them steel bumpers everybody's so obsessed about. They are pretty sick. I might remove the little stubbies here, the bumpers. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Let me know what you think of this spec. And you know, I'm happy to kind of connect you with anybody there that you want at Tri-City, not at Tri-City, sorry, over at OC Motorsports. They were offering a discount on all their Gladiators yesterday when I was there, so you know that is probably still good, and it is a pretty decent discount. So there's a discount off of MSRP. I won't say how much because I don't want to, you know, speak for them because I know they change their deals all the time. But suffice it to say, it's a good enough discount to make you go down there. So if you're in the Southern California area, go down there, and let me know how you do. I'm happy to put you in touch with guys I worked with. I do have a few friends there. that did help, by the way. But the deal was good even to begin with, for this 2020 launch edition Gladiator. So anyway, thanks again for tuning in, and I'll post some videos again soon.